Hi, a very good morning to everyone. Please welcome Teacher Ivann. Teacher Ivann. Good morning, Teacher Ivann.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, today our topic will be on divination. So, Teacher Ivann, what is divination in e-wisdom?
So before we go into any e-wisdom topic, we need to understand the basic of the e-wisdom. Okay, so e-wisdom is all about using how do you use those ancient Chinese metaphysics, different kind of natural orders, different kind of natural elements. The example of the natural elements are the yin and yang. Yin and yang, some people may think that is black and white. It's just heaven and earth. Actually, it's more than that. It comprises of everything that is supposed to have opposite sides. So everything that supposed to have opposite sides will have yin and yang. Okay. In scientific term is by Albert Einstein, is called the theory of relativity. So everything that is opposition. Okay. So you all may think that is it only like for major things or like for natural things? Actually, for man-made things, there is also yin and yang. Like a sofa. What do you all think is a sofa yin and yang? So the yang can be the skin. Okay. The yin can be the structure that make the sofa. The yang is actually external, which is the skin, whether is it cushion, leather, or whatever. This is called yin and yang. So the things in this world is comprised of yin and yang to make up an object. So why do I want to say this is because a lot of people still don't understand about yin and yang or the 5 elements. So today, divination, no matter it's divination or 八字 or feng shui, it's all about identifying the yin and yang around you, identifying the 5 elements around you. Of course, in divination, we have something more extra, okay, which is the 8 trigram. Later, I will show you the 8 trigram. What are the basic 8 trigram things? But today, before that, I think shall we start with the divination first, or we introduce the 8 trigram first?
Teacher Ivann,
I think we shall
use the 8 trigram first, unless at least they understand what is the 8 trigram.
So you prepare the divination. Later, after I finish the introduction, then we can do the thing. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, let me just get my file up for the 8 trigram. And now I'll be sharing the screen on the 8 trigram. Let's see. Okay. So hold on. Okay. So I think now you all should be watching on the big screen.
Yes, Teacher Ivann, yeah.
Let me just double check. You all are looking at the big screen. Instead, I think because there's feedback that you are looking at the presentation screen, not the slide screen. Now should be on the presentation screen, I think.
Yes, we are.
Now should be on the slide screen.
Slide screen, yes.
Okay, so basically 8 trigram, there is eight trigram. Okay, so each trigram is formed up by 3 yao. We call it 3 yao. Okay. Okay. In case this one, let's do a small tutorial. This is also the yin and yang yao. Okay, the yao is representing the heaven and earth. Okay, so the yin and yang yao is actually representing the heaven and earth. So yang yao is representing heaven. Okay, yao is the yin yao is representing earth. Okay, so in Western, usually they call it line. Okay, but I would prefer you all to call it the original name, the yao. Okay, so each trigram is formed by 3 yao. Okay, one we call it gua. Okay, gua. Then it's trigram. So 1, 2, 3. So the 3 yao is also represented by the heaven, the people, and the earth. Okay, so usually when we start drawing trigram, right? Usually as a beginner, you all need to draw the trigram from bottom up. That means you look at the slide, is 1, 2, 3, right? So you all need to draw from 1, 2, 3. This is representing when you're doing something, you're building up something, you build from foundation. So you build from the floor, level up, all the way up. Okay. But for us, when we are teaching, when we are teaching as a teacher, we usually draw from up to down. Okay, why? Because we are teaching you all from up to the basic, from the advanced to the basic, from the expert level to the basic. So for us, when we are doing teaching, we usually draw 3, 2, 1. For you all learn 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's different, because we teach from heaven, people to earth. You all learn from earth, the foundation, people to heaven. Okay, this is the basic Chinese metaphysics methodology when we are doing the teaching. Okay, so this is Yao. Everyone understand what is Yao already? Okay, next will be the 8 trigram representation. So this one is you all need to at least know how does each trigram look like. Okay, so this is the 8 trigram. First one is called Qian trigram. So Qian trigram has a pre-heaven number 1. Okay, then representing the father of the house. Is the action representing is decisive, and the 5 elements representing is matter. So the second one is Kun. Today I won't be teaching you all how to start divination. Okay, so I will just teach you the very fast go through all the 8 trigrams. I'm not teaching you all how to start divination. Okay, so for those of you, if you want to learn how to start divination, you all can go and sign up for the level 1. Previously we post in our Facebook page, $36 during this limited time, lifetime learning. Okay, so it's an online learning platform, so you can go online to learn, teach how to do divination, how to do basic divination decoding, including what we are doing today. $36 just for $36. Love, you learn it lifetime, one-time target. Okay, so the second one is Kun, representing mother. Pre-heaven number 8. Action is patient, and the elements is earth. Okay, then we have Zhen. Zhen is representing first son of the house. Pre-heaven number 4. Action is execute, and the 5 elements is wood. Then we have Xun. Xun is representing pre-heaven 5, first daughter of the house. The action is communication, communicate or communications. Okay, usually we say communicate. You need to communicate first, then you can have communications. Okay, so 5 elements is wood. Then we have Kan. Kan, pre-heaven number 6. Then the family representation is second son of the house. The action is Ting, and it's water, right? So then we have fire, Li, which is fire. Pre-heaven number 3, second daughter of the house. The 5 elements is fire and is representing passionate. Then we have Geng. Geng is 7, pre-heaven number, third son of the house, earth. and the action is pause. So lastly, we have 对. 对 is pre-heavens 2, the daughter of the house, and the action is talking and matter. Okay, is the 5 elements. So this is the 8 trigram. So y'all can, for those of you if you are in the live, y'all can take a screenshot. I give you 5 seconds to do a screenshot. Okay, then after that we'll go through the divination by Vanessa, and we'll use the representation here. This is level 1 representation. Every level we go like 2, 3, 4. It's a more advanced one. Okay, so 5 seconds up. So I stop sharing. Okay, Vanessa, we are ready to look at your divination. The divination, I think, is shared in our Telegram group. So we always, Vanessa, sometimes we'll share some Telegram things inside, or sometimes we'll share some Telegrams for our alumni, students, or new students to like learn something. So if you all are interested, the Telegram group is totally free. It's just also add as an announcement page, so you can just totally join and learn things for free. Okay, so Vanessa, when you're ready, you can just share.
Sure. Allow me to share now.
Yeah.
Okay, Teacher Ivann, share.
Okay, what is the question for this?
Actually, I have the question is well, let me see. I read forgotten because this the question actually starts from here. Is this let me see my Telegram. I have out of a sudden forgotten about the questions. Okay, the question is like let me see. This is a career one. Then I have the okay. This actually for this divination itself, I'm asking, is this divination good? How will my job to be? Will I get employed? And what is the expectation of the job? When will I start to work if I'm employed? And any sign that when I will leave this job? Shall we answer?
Okay, so based on what Vanessa asked, this is definitely not a question for level 1 and 2. Okay. First of all, she didn't even mention what job is it. Okay, so level 1 and 2, you're not able to do it. The one is this is at least level 3. So a divination professional. Okay, divination professional. The rank must be at divination professional, then you can do it. Okay. This is our level 3. So, but let's keep it simple. Okay, we'll do, because if I do until level 3, you all may feel that, hey, it was so mystical, but it's something that you all may not be able to learn. So let's do it slowly. I will first use level 1 to reply. Now that slowly proceed level 2. Okay, so if there's people who is interested, you all can leave in comment that I may give the divination for level 3. If there isn't, then we just do until level 2. Okay, fair. All right, so for level 1, first of all, when you start divination is very easy. Okay, start divination. So a lot of people say you start a divination, you need to like rest one day. The night you cannot do anything. Like then after that, next day, then you start divination. Or you need to like bathe and then clean up yourself. Then start divination. Actually, no. First we need to understand what is divination first. A lot of people say like what we post for divination can be like oracle. Okay, it's a prediction. It can be anything, but most important, the root and the base of divination is actually getting the information in the current time and space. Okay, you must understand. It's different with 八字. 八字 is when you're born, your date of birth recorded your lifespan, even your past life or your future lifetime. Okay, the 八字. Okay, but divination is not belongs to you. It belongs to the time and space. So we are just using divination as a media to extract the information from our time and space. It's just like we suddenly receive this frequency. Okay, some of you if you're familiar with the radio frequency, so we just turn, tuning. Suddenly you can hear different kind of radio station or whatever. So it's something like that. Okay, so the thing is, when we start divination, the divination is like the radio. Okay, we are tuning to sing the information we want. Sometimes we will receive information from this. Sometimes we will receive information from that. But the problem is, what is the information you want to see? You want to listen to 88.3, 93.3, 98.7, or what? Correct or not? That is what you want to, like Vanessa asked, how is my job going to be? So give a level 1 question now, Vanessa.
Level 1 question is like, is
A
this
simple and easy to understand question.
Yeah, is this divination good or not?
Okay, so now this is a very simple. So is this divination good? Okay, so or we can say, is this divination to ask for this upcoming job good or not? Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so the purpose must be correct. Okay, must be specific. If you are specific and detailed, you get specific and detailed answer. If you are ching chai, okay, your question is very blur one, very blunt one, then you get a very blur and very blunt answer. So this one you must be very clear on that. So you see, the key is the question must be clear. Okay, so is this going to be, is it good dimension for the upcoming job? That means the job haven't get it yet. Vanessa don't even know whether she will get the job or not. Correct or not?
Correct.
And she don't even know. Definitely she know what the job is. Okay, but we don't even know what's the industrial job yet. So based on just her question, is this a good divination for the upcoming job? Okay, so this one is, there's also a few hidden things because a good divination for a job doesn't mean the job is good for her. Okay, usually when we say a good divination for a job is whether she can get the job or whether the job itself is good for her. Okay, so from here we can see the tick. Okay, so level 1, we already teach you all how to use I think the tick is level 2, but I think level 1 you also learn how to use the tick already. Okay, so the tick, how it goes by is, if we have 6 relationships inside. So for level 2, you all will learn 6 relationships. So the tick itself will tell you whether it's a good divination, not a bad divination. So the first pillar we see here. Okay, the first pillar we see here, the first pillar with the earth and the fire one, the one is the first we call hexagram. Okay, the one is we call start process, the start pillar, okay, for the divination, the wisdom divination. Then the wood and the water one is actually the process pillar. The earth and the wood lastly is the result pillar. So this is talking about a situation, a problem, the start, the process, and the result. Okay, so now Vanessa is asking, is this going to be a good divination for the upcoming job? So we can see for the start is 2 tick. 2 tick is the best really. Okay, it's the best really. So we definitely can see that this is definitely a good divination. Okay, for the upcoming job. Okay, good divination, definitely she will get a job. Okay, definitely she will get a job. But in the process, also pretty good. Okay, process pretty good means in the process of her maybe and orientation into the job or start working, also pretty good. But we can see the result is 2x, 2 cross. That means the result of the job is not going to be good. So most probably although the job is good for her, they accept her. The process also pretty good, but something will happen at the end that will result in a unhappy result or unpleasant result, or she may leave in an unpleasant way. Okay, so this is level 1. This is a level 1. I think this is level 2 already. This is the level 2 decoding, because level 1 you don't learn sex relationship. Sex relationship is too difficult for level 1. Okay, so level 1 wise, how do we see? Okay, level 1 we have this P square is P square yin yang chart. Okay, we have this chart provide for you in level 1. If you all sign up for the course, you can go and take a look. The chart itself gives you all the how to identify also. Okay, how to identify, how to decode. We have the different various of decode way. So there's 6 type of decode way in level 4 level. So just the divination, one divination we have 6 different, minimum 6 different type. For me, I have multiple type. Okay, so like this one, 2 tick is called fully support. Okay, so the company, we can also decode in level 1. The company is also like, they are very eager or very present. Or in fact, when they interview Vanessa, right, they really need her in the job. Okay, then the process is still very need her. So the job itself actually is quite reliable, relying on Vanessa, on her job scope, on her position, maybe on her capability, on her credibility, all that. Okay, so but the result is 2x means that
Not good.
Vanessa will be exhausted. Okay, yes, the company need her very much, but the company will demand a lot, want to drain her out, all her energy, all her capability. So Vanessa will be exhausted. So Vanessa exhausted, then most probably she feel that she's been used, or she's been like not maybe they take her for granted, or not fully use her, or not paying her sufficient for the effort, because they keep asking for more things. So this is level 1 reading. This is how you can see. So in 八字, we talk about HR manager or HR personnel or the boss itself, finding candidate. So this one divination is candidate looking at the job that is upcoming. So this is yin and yang. Not everything we favor the employer one. So this is for employee part. But of course, this one also employer also can start a divination for the employee also can. But that one is another topic. Okay. All right. So I think first question we have do 2 levels of answering.
Yes.
What other question you want?
Okay.
Or you want to choose another divination?
Okay, maybe we will change to another divination due to time restraint. This is the third, just now was the second job offer. This is the third job offer. So this third job offer, I would have asked about how this job, because I see the 2 crosses in front. So how about this job, whether is it good for me or not if I were to take it?
This job, is it going to be good for you if you were to take it?
Yes.
So
Related.
if you go level 1, okay, we go level 1 first. This job, that means this job already offer already. Okay.
This job, no, I will be going for interview.
Okay, because you say if you take it, because they haven't even offer you, how would you take it?
Yeah.
Right now.
If I
So
would
if you
take it lah.
if this job is not even interview yet, right? Then most probably this job may not be a very suitable one for you.
Okay.
So we first of all in level 1 we see in this job for the start pillar is already 2x. That means for the start you will be exhausting. Process is so exhausting. And in the result, although dash is moderate. Moderate means it's okay. You still have to put inside effort. So in the whole thing is this job definitely is going to cost you even worse than the just now the divination, the job. Okay, so this job is definitely not very suitable for you. Okay, and your question is if you take out the job, is it going to be suitable for you?
Yeah, if comparing the previous divination for events and this business development, which one would be more suitable?
I wouldn't say suitable or not suitable. I would say the divination for the event one is more easier for you. You work more happily. Then for this one, for this business development one, if you look at level 2, 2 cross is definitely out already, exhausted. 2 cross exhausted. Okay, so and the dash is, although you can make some wealth, but you are exhausted. So even if you make the wealth, you are not happy doing it. So this is definitely out already. So this in the case of these two jobs, you can definitely choose the event one as a better choice.
Sure. Teacher Ivan, we always said about change. There is a change in the divination. So maybe in this divination, are you able to say what would the change to be? Let's say for medication, what if I took this job? What is the precautions or what is the things that I would like to so-called pre-em on and avoid during my employment?
So for the change, right? Change is the hexagram. You circle the trigram, the change. Change is a trigram for us to usually determine which is a use trigram and which is a body trigram. Okay, so it's also the trigram we use to determine what is the result pillar. This one usually we only teach in level 3. Okay, we only teach in level 3 because level 1 and level 2 you can't even settle the normal divination. You don't talk about change. Change is more professional. Okay, you go back to the we do this one first. Right, so this one change is qian. So this one the change is on the decision. So in this job we can see that there's a lot. What is the reason for? Okay, the reason for this job that is so exhausting most probably is the decision is not up to you. So a lot of things you cannot do decision. So when you want to do business development and you cannot do decision, you are very passive. Yeah, you're buying. Your hands and legs are buying. You are like very passive because you want to do business development or whatever. You need to be more aggressive. Okay, so when you are passive, it's very difficult. And you have a target, but you are being buying. You are being tied up. You are being passive and you are not able to make decision. How you going to do business development? That means a lot of things you don't even know. So this is a decision part. If you are able to make decision, then this job is definitely going to be easier. Okay, you go to the first one.
Okay.
The decision I say is just the action from the trigram. Okay, it's just the action. So of course, not necessarily decision one sometimes. Okay, it could also means that the boss or your superior, okay, of the company, okay, it also could mean that. So it depends on at the current time and space what information do we receive in the frequency. Okay, so like this one the change is actually 3.
Yeah,
okay?
I try to draw
the one who start divination never draw. But never mind, it's actually 3 because the dot is at the third yao.
It's 3.
Okay, so it's 3. That means it's Li fire. So Li fire means this job. What is the change? Okay, so this job is actually pretty good already. So this job actually is more like there's a passion in it. Okay, this job the change is you need to build in more passionate. Okay, then we also can think about the wealth code. In order to do an event well, okay, you need to have a relationship. Okay, the relationship network should be very good. Then you need to have passion in doing this. Okay, if you can manage that, then definitely this job is going to be better. Because you can see that the result is 2 cross. The result is actually 1 cross, not 2 cross. Okay. Because it's officer. Okay, so we can see that the result actually is wood. So the wood produce fire. Wood produce fire. If you got double fire, the wood is really used to produce fire, and the fire produce earth. Okay, so in this case, if your passionate and relationship is good enough, it's strong, you are able to manage it, then definitely this job is going to be doing much more easier. Okay, and also the angle also. So most of you doing this job, you may always your angle will be like always throwing your temper that. So you need to most probably control it as well. Okay.
Noted, Teacher Ivan.
So this is a level change. Using change will be level 3 lah.
Sure.
But
Teacher,
there's still a lot of things like one divination we can actually see a lot of things. But most important, the divination, in this divination, we have a relationship, the diviner and the divination owner. The diviner is the one who do the decoding. The divination owner is the one who asks for the decoding, asks for the divination decode. So there must be this relationship. The divination owner must allow you access to his time and space to see his information. Otherwise, it's very limited. You have very limited information to see. Okay.
sure. Teacher Ivan, one last one. Out of these 3 jobs, which one would be more possibility and any chances if I were to take 2 jobs? Will it be stressful for me to take one as a main, one as a project base?
The middle one, the 7331 is definitely the easiest one. The last result is actually 1 cross, it's not 2 cross.
Okay.
So that one is definitely easier. So if you're talking about project base, definitely the 33335 and the 733 is a better choice. So all these 3 one. So although the 33335 initial is cross, okay, but the eventually is okay because especially water. Water initially being controlled is fine because you need to control water. Otherwise, the control may become tsunami. So, but eventually, we can see that at the result, the water is being flow. So flow fluently. You went back. That means you control the stream. It's just like a scenario where when we are talking about maybe a place where human is living, you don't want a big sea or big river or very rush sea at the side. You want those peaceful river just for livelihood kind. Then eventually when you flow through the place where the human is living, that means you flow back to a mountain or you flow back to the ocean, you can have a big sea, big ocean. Okay, so this is a very good scenario. That means the 355, I think just now I never do dimension for this, right? I never do decode for this, right? This one is actually talking about initially you're like being controlled in a small pool, okay, in a small pool restriction. Okay, so whatever you want to do, your idea, your planning, all that is being restricted. Okay, because the water is what thing, you're thinking. Okay, being restricted by who? Patient. Okay, that means the time is not right yet, so you must be patient. You cannot think and then immediately want to do. You must be patient. Okay, so that's why it's a cross. So when you think, but the problem is you are the thinker, and the thing about thinker is they don't have patience. Because once they think about it, they want to do it, right? Because otherwise they may not have the momentum to do it anymore. So that's the thing. So you must have patience. You write it down. It's not that you cannot do it, but you cannot do it fully immediately, but you still can do it. Okay, so this is the key part. So after that, in process, you see, it's earth. Okay, earth is good already. So the patient actually has a reward back because the patient, the one who control you, most probably is your superior or the company. Because of your patient, you wait, you think, you get an idea, you think for them, okay, they reward you back with a bigger pool, which is the result. So if you ask me which one you want to do, one full-time and one part-time, is it?
Yeah, because
or you want to do both part-time?
One as full-time, one as part-time, because I'm actually on the SGUP. So it would be like it's not a full-time employment, but I would say that one is on a 6 months traineeship and one is on a project basis.
Okay, so if you're asking me, the project basis most probably will be more consultancy based.
Yes.
So the one that is the 3335 will be more suitable for the consultancy or the project base. then the 733 will be more suitable for the traineeship.
Okay, but
Correct?
it's not offered by 733.
It's not. Then you have to see lah. Most probably, even if it's not traineeship, then you can do it as a full-time job.
Full-time job will be full commitment. I have no other time for other. That's why I somehow.
So
that's why I.
You have to. So you have to see your. You have to see the. You have to see what is the priority, because if for 733 is based on the platform. So 733 is a lot is based on the platform itself. You have to leverage on the platform. Okay. So but for 33335 is based on your idea. So based on idea, they are rely on your idea. It's easier for you to do in a project base because you don't need to be stationed there. But 733 most probably they will always require you.
But the other way around, which is because for events itself, I have an X quota of events to complete within a year, which is I do not have a workplace. I work from home. Without events, I'll be doing digital marketing. With events, I'll be there not as an operator, but as an organizer to the events. So whereas this is what I thought it would be good for me to actually put it up as a project basis, then I start to find either 671 or 3335 to be the so-called the main. So this is my thought.
Actually, if you ask me, if it's work from home and the flexibility is there for you to, they don't require you to report to work, and you just need to hit the quota of the event a year. This is definitely a perfect time for a full-time job.
Yeah, but you see,
because they don't expect you to be at the workplace. They only want you to hit quota.
Correct.
It's something like a sales job. So it's a better choice if you ask me. Okay, in my opinion, but it's your own choice. It's your own choice. Okay, so for Divination, we just give advice and opinion. So in this case, because the 733 part, you'll be leveraging on the platform, which is the company. So most of it, the company will give you leads, or maybe you will bring your leads also, and you leverage on the platform to fully utilize the leads. Okay, definitely both of you must provide the leads. But the problem with this is because this is talking about, just now we're talking about relationship, and the passion. So this one actually is pretty good for long term. Okay, for long term. Then the 333 the one is actually because they need your wisdom, your thinking in this. So you don't really need to station there. Okay, so project basis will be, this is my advice, but it is your own planning. Okay, this is your own planning. So you also can do according to your own planning. Yeah, you can do according to your own planning.
Noted. Teacher Ivan, any so-called out of a sudden, out of scopes work like this would happen to either one of this? So like out of a sudden, more demand.
Definitely for the 3335 there will be no scope of work.
Okay.
For 3335 is basically, that's why I say it's good for consultancy, because there is no scope of work. Because you will just need to do everything.
Yes.
Because water is unlimited. So you need to keep changing, you need to keep pivot. So most probably the one 3335 will be doing more on the digital side, planning, a lot of thinking kind of work. Okay, so you need to keep pivot, man. You cannot keep staying on one place, man. Yeah. So if you ask me about 733, it will be more fixed. Because the body is going is paused. So it's more fixed. Most probably the fixed thing is what you event, you have to use their place. The restriction is there. Okay. So more changes is more on the 3335. Then the 733 is actually more fixed. That's why I say the more fixed one as a permanent one is a better choice. But it's your choice. You based on your own current situation, you can decide which one which one is. But eventually, I can tell you, you will know lah. When you start working at it, you will know lah.
Traineeship is only for 6 months.
Yeah.
Whereas project basis, somehow it will be on a year project. So it will be at least a year so-called plannings and strategy.
The answer will be reviewed after you start work. So it's okay one. The most importantly is you ask the divination is just to have a better idea of how to make a decision.
Yes,
But the
correct.
decision is not the diviner made for you. It's still the divination owner who made your own decision.
No,
So you after you listen what the diviner said, then you have to make your own decision. That's the correct part of it.
sure. So I shall stop share. Oops, sorry. What did I do? Okay, stop share. Back to you, Teacher Ivann. So, Teacher Ivann, about divination, because a lot of people would have some myth of divinations. Maybe are you able to because the different people would have different saying, or let's say a diviner that I mean, I would not say different divination. There are different tools for divination. So on our practice, what is the term or the name of this tool? Because we have what Mei Hua, the flower, the plum balsam. Then we have the Liu Yao, is it? Okay, we have the Liu Yao. So what is this divination to be called then?
And our divination is called e-wisdom divination.
Okay.
So I think 4 years ago when I started ICM, we started with the name of I Ching divination.
Okay.
So eventually we rebrand it this year. We rebrand it as e-wisdom divination. So the most important part is not the name of the divination, is what kind of divination are you using. So some divination tell you to use turtle shell, then put 3 coins like shake. Okay, the one you need to bring the turtle shell and the coin, so quite troublesome. Some divination is telling you to throw chopstick. So throw chopstick. Some is divination is you need to have a low pan, something like that, to rotate one. Okay, so for our e-wisdom divination, what's the easy part? If you don't have a phone, you have a pen and a paper, you can start divination. You don't have a paper, you have a pen, you can start with your hand also divination. If you don't have a pen and don't have a paper, but you have a phone, you can use your phone, no pen, to start divination. So it's very convenient to start divination anytime, anywhere. Whenever you need to make a decision, you can start divination. This is the e-wisdom divination. Use it in the modern world, anytime, anywhere, whenever you need it, you get the answer.
Okay, Teacher Ivann, are we restricted to e-wisdom divination only to numbers? What about alphabets?
Alphabets also convert the numbers. So everything you can think of can be converted to numbers. So the elements, the root is using numbers to start divination. But the problem is the things you see, the forms you signs may not be numbers. For example, I don't get anything from Vanessa today, but from her dress, you see the shirt, okay? The shirt is white color, and then the color here is red. I can use a divination based on red is Li, fire, white is matter. But because white is matter, but matter there is Qian and Dui, correct? So she is a female, so I use Dui, because Qian representing man, then Dui representing female. Okay, so I use Dui. So this divination I can start already. For the start is what? Li and Dui. Okay, so what is the change? Change I can use 3 plus 2 lor. 3 plus 2 is 5, change is 5. Okay, so this is by clothes color. Okay, even by day, today is what? Sunday. So I can use SUN. I don't even need to use the full form. I use SUN Sunday short form to start divination. Every alphabet has a number by itself. So I can use this number to start divination. So all this will be taught in level 2. Level 2 divination. So now we don't do the 2-day class for level 2. Previously we charged like $200 over for level 2 days level 2 class. But now you only need to pay money subscription, money membership, and to attend 4 days a month. Okay. And not just divination, you can come for 八字, come for 风水, 12 days a month. Okay, just for 200.
Sure.
Sometimes I also want to regret coming up with this membership.
Teacher Ivan, a lot of them would say that, okay, now I would know how to divine, how to draw the divination. But is there a chart in common, or is there a representative picture that I can actually follow and guide on? For example, Qian is metal, metal is a young metal, is authority. Do we have a chart for that, or where are they going to find such representations of a so-called trigram? In our class, do we provide them a chart for that?
Okay, so for the application class, it's not a course, so we don't give you notes. But I will definitely have PowerPoint, so you can take picture. You are supposed to write down your own notes. Okay, so it's application class. It's a practical class. Practical class means I speak, I teach, you all learn, jot down. Not everything by notes. Okay. Only when you write down yourself, you all can remember, can go into your mind, can go into your brain. You receive with your eyes, you receive with your ear, and you will link back to your mind. Link back to your mind, then you can make it into a wisdom. I'm not going to spoon feed your, I give you notes, everything. Some of you don't even go back and read your notes. Okay.
Yes, I do.
So I'm not going to spoon feed you all need to write down. Okay, only then y'all can learn. What the application class is for y'all to learn how to use e-wisdom, no matter 八字, 风水 or divination. Okay, for y'all to use it in the modern world, for you to use it in your daily life. Okay, not for y'all to collect the notes and then when you free, then you see. Okay, not that. So I will have PowerPoint. Y'all write down, y'all take picture, y'all make jot whatever notes y'all want. Okay.
Sure.
Oh, good morning, Mitra.
Yes, Mitra is online. Mitra, let me see. Our time is Teacher Ivan. Would you, because Mitra has followed us from start till now, are you going to give her a bonus?
No lah, she never asked for anything. I think almost time already.
Okay.
So because we still have different life. I mean, for if you all have any question, you guys can leave it in the comment.
Sure.
So because nowadays we are do more education. So I'm not like the traditional master that they show off the testimonial from students or of client. After feng shui, what happened to this family? How prosperous they go. After they learn this, how advanced they go. I don't usually do that kind of testimonial. Okay, so the thing about e-wisdom is, or Chinese metaphysics, is really talking about the affinity. So if you all have affinity to be my students, I have the affinity to be your teacher, definitely we'll meet someday. Okay, you definitely will come to my class. So there's no forcing or no hard sell. I mean, for those people who know me, I don't hard sell or anything. For the past year since I started, I never hard sell. Okay, I only show you all my skill. Okay, you all feel that this is something that you want to learn, come forward to the class. If you all feel that this is not suitable for you, you all prefer the masters that have testimonial, the student become millionaire, or the student become how prosperity, or student don't know what, okay, then y'all can go to those master. Okay, so you need to set your priority on what you want to learn. I think that's important. 223 is really coming. If you are still waiting, then continue to wait until you think the time is right. Yeah, because things will just come suddenly. Just like COVID doesn't give you enough time to learn. Of course, during the COVID period, everyone had 1 or 2 years time in the home, stay home lockdown to learn. But
Ivan,
the
yeah,
one is learn how to adapt to the pandemic, but not learning how to improve yourself. So some people during the pandemic, they are getting better and better. Their business doing better, their job doing better, their career doing better, their life actually do even better than before pandemic. Some people do worse, all the way decline. Some people incline. So the problem is when the next pandemic comes, do you want to be going up or do you want to be going down? This is a key thing.
Okay, Teacher Ivan, we have a question, sir, in the chat itself. Would you like to answer later, or would you like to answer it now? It's about the eight trigrams, the Bagua.
We can answer now lah, since you haven't closed.
Because
if you close already, then I won't answer lah.
Question is by
no, it's not closed yet.
Sure. The question is by Lim. So Lim is asking in the 8 trigrams, what is the difference between first daughter communicate and third daughter talk? Is maybe more.
This is a very good question. Okay. So Shin, first daughter is Shin. Shin is talking about communicate. You communicate doesn't mean you have to use your mouth. You can use SMS, you can email.
Yes.
You can use Moscow code. Okay, you can use eye sign. Or you can hand sign. Okay, to create a communication. Okay, to create a connection. Communicate is all about creating a connection. Okay, between two person or multiple person. Okay, this is the key. The daughter talk only, right? That means speak. The third daughter is talking about speaking up. Talk. I previously during the pandemic, I speak up. I joined Toastmaster. I think Dong Lei is I know him through the Toastmaster one. Yeah, so you need to speak up. Usually this is talking about this person definitely need to speak up, need to talk about the thing, or about the how she feel, how he or she feel. Okay, this three doesn't mean it's definitely for a doctor. Okay, it can be a guy having this trigram. So the action is talking about talk. So you have to speak up. You have to say what you want to say. Okay, talk, say out, express it out. Okay, so this is a different, quite significant difference.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Ivan. Lim, I believe Teacher Ivan has answered your question. So now it's over 11 o'clock, more of cooking lunch time. Teacher Ivan, should we actually end here?
Yeah, I think that's about it. Our usual live, we usually do 1 hour and already start to divination. And I think we have basically explained quite a lot of methodology on the divination.
Sure.
So
Teacher Ivan,
in any case, for those of you who missed this live, you can still watch replay. We still have other replay, the 八字 for the HR one, the previous teaching you how to look at your VEP chart. I think we still have a few live. So if you feel that you're lazy to scroll around, you can also join our channel and ask about the video. I think we definitely
share the
it's valuable. Yeah, you can definitely share the information with you all. So Vanessa want to share something. Let's take a look.
Sorry, okay, this would be
so this is the TG group. Okay, you're welcome, Dong Li.
Okay, Teacher Ivan, let's give some head ups to the people that is on air or even viewing it later. Our next week Sunday program. So after we have done 八字, after we have done divination, would feng shui be the next week's topic to talk on?
It depends. Feng shui is a bit complicated. So it depends on whether there's a demand or not. So if you all want us to talk about feng shui next week, then post comment feng shui in this video.
Sure,
so if we see sufficient comment feng shui, then next week live we can do feng shui. We can talk about feng shui, share about wisdom feng shui.
Sure, Teacher Ivan, I was thinking like, how about them joining the Telegram? So if they would like us to comment, we will pick, of course, we will pick those maybe is good enough for us to share within the hour of their so-called not floor plan, the map of the houses, which is what would you call, we call it the environment, the environment
Heaven chart.
map. Yes, the environment chart of the house.
Heaven chart.
A heaven chart, okay. So it's all about, because we have to explain what is the heaven chart to them. So it's actually a map of your house. So you can get it from Google, you can get it from your phone like Apple. So Apple Map or Google Map, and do send in via Telegram. So Teacher Ivan and I would actually have to select a few that is good enough for the hour session for next week. And we would talk about it and share a little bit about your house. Of course, we'll make it anonymous. So you yourself will actually have to identify your map through our live session, rather than we mention the map is from who and the location. So, okay, I think this is about all for today. So thank you all of you, and thank you Teacher Ivan for so-called giving us this sharing session today on a Sunday of his family day. Teacher Ivan, thank you and goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.